we're not going to do an unboxing. But I do want to share with you a new camera that I think is going to help me do some nice footage that I can incorporate into my music videos. So, the boxes are all gone. The camera is this teeny tiny little thing. It's an action camera. It is waterproof down to 11 meters, so about 33 feet. And it has most of the time built-in stabilization if you need that. It is a fixed field of view, fixed focus. It will not focus super close, but it'll focus to about a foot away with no problem. And it has a pretty wide field of view. Here's a little clip that I did with this a little earlier as my first test. So that video was shot with this little camera. This is called the Osmo Action. It is an action style camera. They're designed to be pretty heavy duty. It is fairly heavy for as small as it is, and most of this is actually battery. There's two little clips, and that's the size of the battery that goes into here. It takes 4K video, like 4K 60 frames per second, 2.7K. It takes high definition video, 1080p. There's all kinds of ways that you can configure this. It also takes stills, but I don't see myself doing that very often. I might, because it is a fairly wide angle lens. It does have a very, very good stabilization, and that you probably saw that in the clip. That was me walking a trail that is local here to us. So the camera itself, I bought with charger. It comes with one battery, which is in the camera, and the charger came with 2 extra batteries, so I have extra battery power. Each battery, if it is at full charge, will give you about an hour's usage, something like that. I got the camera first, and this cage. This is the cage that comes with it, and the cage basically allows you to attach it to like a handle, something like that. Tripod. It gives you options in how the camera can be placed or held. This was the cage that it came with. I bought this one because it has more options. You can add things onto the cage here. Has the same type of little finger type systems to attach some kind of a handle or tripod. This has a great big circle there in front because I wanted, and it's also metal instead of plastic, like many of them, but I wanted to be able to use circular high density or neutral density filter, so that, and this just threads onto this just like it would on a regular camera. And this is like putting sunglasses on your camera. If it's really, really bright out, it will help reduce the brightness. It will also help to use a little bit slower shutter speed if you wanted to, something like that. So that's why I got this one, the metal, heavier duty. I have, you can get regular filters which are a little bit less expensive than getting some of the specialized filters for the action cameras. I also got this one. This is a plastic housing that has more options than the standard one. It has 2 things that you can add, lights or microphones or something like that. It has a built-in microphone, and I have used that with the camera so far, but I bought a little adapter that will allow you to use an external microphone, which I bought this little teeny tiny one. And it has this muff on the outside to help reduce wind noise. And I bought a little right angle adapter so that when I put this into this cage for a second, There's a little door on the side that you remove carefully, and you don't want to lose that because that makes it waterproof. The little adapter fits right into this cage in recesses. It clicks into place so that you can attach, wherever it is, a microphone. The microphone plugs into the back, so this one is angled so that you can face it forward. It's still out of the lens. You can put it up on top if you wanted to, or kind of down below. It's still facing the front of the camera. This has, if I turn it on and push this button, wait a minute, and push this button that's over here. It should now show you a front-facing screen. So you can use this and frame the picture easily by using that front-facing screen. If you attach like a little handle, you can use it for vlogging, things like that. The microphone is facing you in this way, or if I'm doing a music video, you can switch that screen to the back. You can't have them both on at the same time, which isn't ideal as far as I'm concerned, but it works fine. When I set this down for my music videos and things like that, if I'm taking a picture of me playing out in the field, I'll get it situated and I don't even need the screens on then. I just walk into the picture. But the microphone is nice. It does help to reduce the wind noise, is one of the biggest reasons that I got this. And this is a very, very inexpensive little microphone that I bought, and I wanted to give that a try. The second thing I bought was this little kit. GoPro is probably the biggest name in action cameras. They've been around for years. And these little fingers and this type of a mount system for accessories, I'll show you this one. This is what is most often used. Oops. Get that on there. Camera. Little thumb screw to help hold it in place, and you can angle it different ways, and you can use this as a stick to point it, raise it up. This one is a fairly long extension, but I noticed in using this, when I was just walking down a trail, not doing anything real active, the camera was starting to kind of move a little bit because these joints weren't secure at all. They weren't super tight, so they could start to pivot a little bit, and I didn't like that. This whole kit cost $10, and it comes with all kinds of different things. So I wasn't too displeased, and I needed many of the accessories in here, attachments, things like that. This little attachment, for example, could go onto any little tripod, things like that. I can put it on a regular camera tripod with this. This is a little handle that floats, so if I'm in the water, swimming in the ocean, trying to do waves or something like that, if I lose my grip on it, this will float the camera so that it doesn't go too deep, even though it would be waterproof in the regular cage with the little door attached onto there. It has a head strap type deal that you can use with, you know, up on top of your head. It has a harness that goes around you so that you can wear the camera up on your chest if you wanted to. Mountain bikers do that frequently. Has a little suction cup type mount, all kinds of different things, a bicycle handlebar mount. All those things are included in this little $10 case, and a reasonably nice little case that I could take out the things I don't think I'm going to need, put the camera in here, and I've got a nice little carrying case. Because I didn't like that handle, I got this one, which is a shorter extension. It does not pivot at all. It has little ridges here that help keep it completely rigid. Also, the handle folds into a little tripod. After using this once and using this longer one, I thought, the longer one is kind of nice sometimes. So I ordered this one. This has a tripod that is detachable if you wanted to. Just by turning this, the tripod legs come down, you turn it again and it locks. Pretty secure. This is aluminum. This is all plastic. This has a rubber grip on the outside. If you wanted to, you can take off the tripod version, leave that at home, and just use this and attach a little wrist lanyard if you wanted to. This is all waterproof, and it has a twist to extend, and it is about the same length as the other one, that once you twist this tight, it doesn't move. It doesn't move. You can still position the camera any way you wanted to, and you could, you know, use the extra length in a few different ways that will make things a little bit nicer. The camera also came with some little stick-on type mounts, one for curved surfaces like up on top of a bicycle helmet, for example, flat surfaces. These are stick-on deals so that you stick the mount to something that you know you're always going to use it on, and then the part that the camera attaches to, it has a little button, and you twist 90 degrees and the camera comes off. Set it on, twist it 90 degrees to lock, and it's secure and it won't move. So pretty cool deals there. Anyway, I wanted to share with you my moderate dive into a new camera type. To me, the action type cameras, they have, I think, a lot of advantages that I will be able to utilize in doing some of my music videos, taking just additional footage that I can use in some of my meditative things. And so far, I've liked what I've seen, and I need more ideas. So down in the comments below, let me know some of your ideas that I could use. A wide-angle video camera to add some ambience, visual ambience, to my music videos. What are some of your ideas? I'm really wanting to hear what you have to say. I want to thank you for watching. If you haven't already, subscribe. Click the little bell down over there so that you're aware the next time I post a video. And that could be a music video using footage from my new camera, along with some of my old cameras. This is kind of exciting to me. I hope you can tell that. It's a very, very cool camera. Very heavy duty. You can stick this in your pocket pretty easily, even with this small little cage. I mean, this whole thing will fit into your pocket. Isn't that cool? But let me know what you think. What kind of ideas do you have that I could incorporate into my music videos? What do you want to see? Let me know in the comments. Thanks for watching. Hope you have a wonderful day. Take care.